Are you considering retiring in Oklahoma City? In this video, I'm going to share with you reasons not to retire in Oklahoma City. I'm Natalie Bratton with Remax First, and let me share with you what I know. So in last week's video, I shared 8 reasons you should consider retiring in Oklahoma City. And today I'm going to share with you just a few reasons that you may not want to retire in Oklahoma City. So today the first one is the weather. So I said that the weather is actually a reason to retire here. We get a lot of sunshine and we have all 4 seasons. But if you like things to be predictable in your life, if you want to wake up every day and not have to look at your weather app, if you want to wake up every day and know exactly what you're going to wear, then maybe Oklahoma City is not the right place for you. We tend to have a change of weather every couple of days, and it can be sunny and 50 degrees one day and cloudy and 35 the next. We do have a pretty eventful storm season in the spring and early summer that gives us lots of thunderstorms and some high winds on occasion and the occasional tornado. So if you want predictability, then Oklahoma City may not be the place for you, or it may be just something to put on your list. But, I mean, old men are supposed to sit around and talk about the weather, right? And then the women sit and talk about the old men who talk about the weather. So if you live in California, I mean, what do the old men talk about there? The second reason you may not want to retire in Oklahoma City is if you are looking for resort-style living. We don't really have any of those resort towns here that are just for seniors. We have resort towns and we have neighborhoods and things, but we don't have the actual resort town that's just seniors. Like if you want one of those towns where everybody's a senior, you drive a golf cart, there's a golf course, tennis courts, swimming pool, daily scheduled activities, that kind of thing. We don't have that here. Now we do have neighborhoods that you can rent in that are designated for 55 and over. There's only a few housing additions that are actually designated 55 and over. Now we have a lot of housing additions that attract seniors. We have neighborhoods where maybe they're gated, the HOA dues pay for lawn care, and a majority of the people who live there happen to be seniors because of the size of the homes. And if there's an active HOA, they maybe schedule lots of fun events. And then some of the golf course neighborhoods, they may have sections of the neighborhood that are more what we call garden homes or patio homes. So as far as, finding a nice place to live and buy a home here, we do have some nice places, but they're just not resort towns dedicated to seniors. And the places in Oklahoma that do have the resort town feel are not going to be designated for 55 and over. There just may be a lot of seniors who actually live there. Number 3, if you want to get rid of your car keys and you want to just take public transit from here to there, Oklahoma City may not be the right place for you. We are very car dependent here in Oklahoma City. We do have public transportation. We have a bus system that goes throughout the city. And in downtown Oklahoma City, we have a trolley. But for the most part, if people can, they have a car. So you may be able to take a bus to a few places. Or if you were to rent in some of the senior living neighborhoods, they may have a bus that would take you to Walmart and back. But for the most part, most people here do keep a car. We don't have a subway or, we have buses, but you don't see them all the time everywhere. Now, in last week's video, I talked about how low the taxes are in Oklahoma City, and I want to revisit that because I learned a little bit about it. So I have always thought our taxes were above 8%. Turns out they are. What I said last week, where I said the city's taxes are 4.5%, what I didn't realize is that I pay Oklahoma taxes that are 4%. And then Oklahoma City's taxes are 4.5%, which comes out to 8.5%. And technically, Oklahoma City is 8.625. So it's still low. It's still good. But I was just blown away. I was like, 4.5%? I've never noticed the disparity before. Because what you want to know is all the suburbs and the cities, municipalities within Oklahoma City, also their taxes here are going to be anywhere above 8% and less than 10%, depending on what suburb you're in of Oklahoma City. Well, I'm a little biased, but I could only come up with 3 reasons not to retire in Oklahoma City. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put something here on YouTube or contact me on my website, oklahomahomeseller.com, and subscribe to my channel and come back next week for another video about living in Oklahoma.